Whenever you receive shirts straight from the UPS, bring them to your shop, open the box and count them. You must count them. You want to make sure that all the shirts are there. The last thing you want to do is starting a job while they've been sitting there for maybe 3-5 days, and then you realize that you're short some shirts or they put some wrong sizes. That's the last thing you want to do, man. So just real quick, take them out of the box, count them up. So good day to you and how you be, everybody. Yanekosto here and welcome to Taino. Today we want to talk about the foil. For the first time, I'm printing foil on sweatshirts. I have done it on t-shirts, but on sweatshirts, first time. Let's see how that baby comes out. And I'm gonna leave it in the description down below. I got a video on 3 ways to print foil, and I'm gonna use one of them is just the wet and not using the conveyor dryer, not using the flashing unit, just straight from the press there to the heat press using a black ink. I'm not using that glue or none of that, just the black ink, wet. Bring it here, put the foil, and it comes out there. I have seen that method works much better. The foil really pops even more. There's nothing dry. There's no little dots on the foil. That's what I love to it. And the other thing we'll talk about today is something we all get, all we screen printers get, is how to respond to a client when the client tells you that you're too expensive.
How much for beer? It's gratis.
Ooh, that sounds expensive.
So let's do this.
Explain something.
Just waiting for the heat press to get to 350. If you haven't seen my video of how to print foils, real quick, just go check it out. But put it about 350, 365 for 12 seconds, and that's how you print foil. So I am a former car salesman. I used to work for an auction for about 7 years, and I didn't work for commission. It was just for 3 times a week, you have an auction. 2 hours before the auction, you had to sell a car. And that is what you're making. So I know how to negotiate with people, you know? So I sell a car, the price is $5,000. I gotta make something out of it. So I'll start with around 6,500 and then ended up at 570 something. You got a profit. I implemented that skill here and it has worked wonders. When you have a price chart, do not say exactly what your price chart is telling you. That's how much you cost. That price chart is for you. It's for you to say, I cannot go lower than that price chart. So if it's $800, don't go lower. Right here, I have 50 sweatshirts, foil in the front, print on the back. Comes out to about $850. That's what my price chart said. I'm not gonna tell the client that because as we all screen printers know, clients always wanna negotiate. They're always saying, your prices is too high. You know, could you bring it down? Or I'm only doing 24, give me a good deal because I'm gonna come back later and I'm gonna order 200 shirts. Don't fall for that, you know? Just focus on what they want right now. And one thing I used to tell people, which now I tell them don't go with that, was because I let my ego take over, was when people used to say, your prices are too high. I used to get kind of offended, and then I used to say, no, it's not that my prices are too high. At this moment, you cannot afford me. Sound great, it was good, but I realized that you don't want to. You want to keep that client. You want to negotiate with that client. You want to get that job. You know, you offend a client, most likely you're not getting that job. So I realized that. So if I ever mentioned that in another previous video, cut it down. It's over, it's over. So once they want to negotiate, you already start with, like I told this client, $1,000. For 50 shirts, print foil on the front, print on the back, $1,000. And you expect for people to say, that's too expensive. So here it's time to now negotiate. And at the end, when you negotiate, you actually will end up getting a little more than the $850 you wanted to charge. That's your goal. Over $800. $800, then you got it. She feels like she got a deal, but you're gonna most likely deal with clients that are gonna say that, and you have a chance now, an opportunity to bring it up. The things that you have to do with them is you have to interact with them. That's why I don't like talking on an email. Email and typing, I hate it. I want to talk phone to phone or face to face, where I could go, where they could hear me, I could listen to them. That is how you want to negotiate. You cannot negotiate on email. It's very, very tough to do. But get them on the phone, tell them to come over and negotiate a deal, and you will do just good. Oh man, the heat press is just ready. Let me just finish printing this and I'll come back and finish this up. Oh, by the way, today's video is sponsored by Printavo. Printavo is a simple management software. Printavo will help you manage orders, handling schedules, automation, and online stores. Regardless if you are a small or big print shop, Printavo will help you streamline your business. And with their affordable subscription, you could choose the plan that fits you. So if you have 2 employees or 100 employees, you choose which plan works for you. And today, Printavo is having a 50% off the first month by just hitting my description down below, or go to printavo.com and put promo code Taino to get you 50% off that first month, which is great. So I want to thank Printavo for sponsoring today's video. And like they say, work smarter, not harder. So let's do this. This came out beautiful. Check it out. Look at that. Nice. And what you're looking for is for clear. Everything is clear. It's not. I found out that when I do it wet on wet, it really takes most of the foil. When I flash it a little, some parts of that ink happens to dry up. So then the foil don't stick, and you're gonna see like little dots that are not with foil. And what you're looking for is a complete, just like this. That's what you're looking for. Woo! Woo! Job done. Look, this is the back of the print. Came out real nice. I used the foil for the front, and I used the metallic gold ink for the back. Made my job much, much faster. Then I used the conveyor dryer for that. Also with no underbase, no flashing. So responding to a client. Okay, we talked earlier about the price chart and all this. So here's how you respond to a client. A client calls, they want this job, and you give them the price that you're gonna get in. Your intention is to negotiate. Then you're gonna have a client say that the price is a little too expensive. So you have to reply with, have you done this job before? Because if they asking, that means somebody told them, or they already had done the job before. And the client will say, yes, I have. And you ask them how much they charge you for something like this. And he will respond with, I did this before last year for $650. $650, wow, man. So you tell them that's a great deal. So why are we talking, you know? And the first thing they're gonna come and say, they might say, oh, the shirt was not good, the print, no. The number one thing clients will tell you is the deadline. They did not meet the deadline. Now you're ready to negotiate. Now you let them know that you never miss a deadline. That's what you're paying for, not missing a deadline. You're not gonna go through that. So then you ask them, how much did that cost you for them missing the deadline? Well, I had an event, none of them got the shirts, but then I gave the shirts, after the event, send it all out through mail. And I said, wow, you had to go get mail bags and mail individually. How much did that cost you? It's about $200. There you go. You had to put extra work. Here, you're not gonna put no extra work. And then you come and tell them, what's the best you could do? I already gave you a price. I gave you $1,000. What's the best you could do? You got it for $650. They'll come and say $800. Now you got it. You got them in your goal. You come and say, look, I'll do it for $880. And they're gonna go for it. That's how you negotiate with a client. And when you give a client, like the way I said, you ask that first price of $1,000, you might have a client that will go like, all right, send me the invoice. Oh man, no negotiation. Does not mean for you now to really charge them $1,000. What you do is, look, man, I'm gonna give you a discount only for the first time here. You know, first time, little discount, and you just say $880, and they're gonna appreciate that, and they're gonna get to know your printing. They're gonna see that you meet the deadline, and that's how you start building a clientele. So that's how you respond to a client that's telling you that your prices are too high. So if you like this video, press that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Be thankful always, be grateful always, and just let God take you on the ride. Peace out.
Money coming, money go. I've been at it on the low. Trapping out a while live. I keep seeing the leaders doing us. We talking plans and maybe seeing you. Pull up on you, let me scoop. Nobody here but me and you. Got a little ring to it, turn that thing fluid in the coupe. Way you look, I know it's real. I'm on my Marshawn shit.